that's going to be really hard for me. 3 hours of temptation every single day for the next 70 days does not sound like fun to me.
I want you to get away from that last supper mentality. Like, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna miss it. It's there, it's available, it's out there in the world. Anytime you want some, it is available to you. But you know you're not gonna feel great if you live off of cheesecake.
Because of my childhood, food equals freedom to me. That I can eat what I want when I want is something that I fought for and I had to earn. Good morning, Mark here. We're 2 weeks into the challenge. Alex and I are doing a quick check-in. We're going to talk. I don't know what we're going to talk, but I'm feeling better about the meal plans. I feel good about the time that I spent on it, and I think I did what you asked me to do about journaling and thinking about stuff. So,
Amazing.
Good morning, Alex. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
It's Sunday morning. You're up at your cottage.
Yeah, it's beautiful out. I can't wait to get outside.
Amazing. So what do you want to work through today?
So today, I want to tell you that it's going to get harder. I feel like the honeymoon phase is slowly phazing out. It's going to get harder now. I can even tell from your Instagram stories.
Who's on a honeymoon here?
You with your challenge. It's always like so exciting. We're doing something new, and now it's going to get hard.
Yes. This is the darkness, when people say that you get celebrated when you're in the light. This is the part where you got to work in the quiet and in the darkness that leads to the celebration when you step into the light, right?
Yes. It is. It's good. I always think of seeds when you plant them. They have to be in the dark for a little while, and then they find their way up to the light. So it's going to come and go. And I think this week we've got you on more of a caloric deficit. So I know last week in your notes, you were saying you're feeling hungry, your body's feeling tired. So we're going to go a little bit. We may go next week too, depending on how you feel this week, but we're dropping your calories even more and you're going to feel tired.
Sure.
And hungry. And it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. No, it's just, so I sent you a note yesterday because you asked for feedback, and I was tracking more carefully my energy levels and how I felt. Now, the first week of the challenge was really crazy busy. So it was like emotionally draining, but not that physically draining. But my sleep was still a little bit messed up because I was staying up late just to try and keep up with everything. This week, my sleeping was much better. Really, the one day that I felt super fatigued, which was Thursday, I only got, Friday, maybe morning, I only got 5 hours sleep the night before. So I'm fairly certain, I can say with all confidence that, Monday I had great energy for my recovery day. And then Tuesday I still felt good. Wednesday felt good. Thursday felt good. Suddenly the day I only sleep 5 hours, I'm super tired. I can't get through the workout. Like, I'm pretty sure it's tied to that. So,
and it'll definitely make you feel hungrier on those days. As your body is sleep deprived, it's going to tell you, if you're not going to put me to sleep, then I need more food.
Right.
And so it's very natural on those sleep deprived days where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. Everything hurts. I am starving. What is going on?
Well, I haven't been, so that's the thing. Like, I haven't been starving. So I've noticed that I've been hungry. And so there are times where I'm hungry and I'm like, okay, I can still put stuff off there. Because I did open up my eating window. So I started eating, some days it was like 1:30 I was eating. And I was still, so I've opened up my window as you've asked to, gosh, what is it? Maybe like 8 or 9 hours now. Sometimes I've been eating some of these days. And so the first few days, that meal combination that you had me on, which was, can I give you another tip? I know that you said like, hey, some people can print these and whatnot, but I printed this thing and then I put them in the exact order that I would need to make them in. Yeah, that saved me. That saved me so much. But we started with bacon and eggs and kale, and the fish with spinach, which I love, the asparagus salad I loved, the tuna wraps, whatever, no big deal. The turmeric was filling and good, but the flavors, whatever, I could take or leave. But that first combination felt like so much food and was so substantial and was so good, and it was comforting, and it was really good. And then the second set, which had a beef sweet potato rapini with lamb for lunch and salads, and then Brussels sprout snacks, and then egg roll in a bowl. I don't know what it was, but it was like, I think it was because it was heavy stuff in the morning. I think that's what you flipped from, I don't know, but heavier stuff in the morning to kind of lighter and lighter. And it just felt less substantial, even if it was the same calories, even if it's the same everything. It just felt.
It was actually more calories in the second half of the week. Yes.
It just
like
felt,
by 300.
It felt lighter. It felt lighter, like, maybe it was front loaded with more filling food.
Yes.
Whereas the other stuff kind of ended with the turmeric beef, chicken liver, and cauliflower rice. Like and the portions were like big on that stuff. So I guess that's what I'm learning is like, so I sent you a few things that I'm learning, and we can go through them if you want. But I think what I'm learning is like, I prefer to have like the more substantial meals later. And so like, and I know you may want to flip that, but you know, if I'm having just a piece of cucumber or can of tuna or something like that earlier, and I'm snacking, I like to get to the really comforting stuff at night.
So there is a reason why I'm flipping it.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a reason behind everything. like I'm not accusing you of I know there's a reason. I just don't know what the reason is.
So the reason is that your metabolism actually functions better first thing in the morning. Earlier in the day, your metabolism is waking up. It is more efficient at working. So your body will utilize and absorb more of the nutrients then. And we should phase into lighter foods, getting ready for our overnight fast.
Right. So here's what we're gonna.
It's easier on the digestive system.
Every week, I think what we're gonna bump up against is effectiveness. Like there's only efficacy to things that people follow. And so I'm going to learn my new comfort zones, and that I can do some things and teach myself. But at the same time, it's only like a calorie count is only effective if I stick to the calorie count. And if I'm spending like the last 4 or 5 hours of my day when I'm most likely to be hungry in just constantly thinking about it, that's willpower. Willpower doesn't last, right? It's like the reason diets don't last. So I'm always going to be like, Alex, like I'm super uncomfortable. I'm giving you this feedback, not just so you can help me, but I am super worried about. I'm super worried about me just having the best of intentions, but not following things. So that's the thing that I'm always negotiating is how do you meet me in the middle? Only because I'm worried about myself, letting myself down.
And I love the honesty because I am here to help you, but I'm also here to challenge you. Mm-hmm. So I love that you've opened up your eating window. I want to start shifting it earlier so that you're not eating after 7 at night.
Sure, we'll see.
So let's try it. And after the next 4 weeks of you trying to shift it earlier and earlier, you may enjoy it. You may have more energy for your early morning HIIT workouts. Or you may tell me, I hate it. I need to push it back to where it was.
Yeah.
But I want to try it because I have noticed you've been saying you're fatigued in the morning after your workout. Your workout's feeling hard.
It was only the workouts are beginning harder for sure, but I've been making them a lot harder. So my notes on the fitness side to Neil was like, you know, he's made the strength training component. So the core component is only 12 minutes. So I do 60 sprinter sit-ups, an extra on top of my HIIT workout. I do an extra 60 sprinter sit-ups, an extra 60 V-ups, and then Russian twists. That only takes me 12 minutes. It was very painful 2 weeks ago. Now I've asked for more. It's just like more. But on the weight exercises he gives me, those are like 30 to 35 minute exercises that have been added. And he's told me to go very heavy. And so that has made my HIIT workouts the next morning like more challenging. So I've gone from 50 minutes of HIIT to now like on twice a week, it's like 100 or an hour and 25 minutes of really hard stuff. So
we need to make sure that we're fueling your body around those workouts. And it's not going to make it feel easier, but it's going to allow you to push it harder. And it's going to tell your muscles that, yes, I'm pushing you hard, but here's the fuel that you need to recover now.
Right. I'm open to it. I'm game to it. I'm game to trying it. If you want me eating at 7 a.m., whatever, I'll do that. I just know that the more that as the calorie count diminishes and the meals stretch out, each meal would be smaller and further apart. And I just am red flagging right now, hey, known issue here between, stopping eating at 7 p.m. and, or 6 p.m. or whatever it is. The whole, don't eat 4 hours or 5 hours before you go to bed or whatever. I haven't figured out yet how to not eat.
So what if we forget about the eating window?
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
With eating your scheduled food and not worry about the 8-hour feed. Like if you're eating for 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., that's 12 hours. You still have a 12-hour overnight fast. That is fine. You do not have to.
No, I'm saying we can throw fasting completely.
We already have.
I'm saying we can throw fasting completely out the window. We're on the same page. But the fewer calories with smaller meals stretched out more and stopping earlier in the night. I'm telling you that 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. is going to be really hard for me not to eat. Okay, especially if I'm not full, stuffed, I'm so full. That's going to be really hard for me. 3 hours of temptation every single day for the next 70 days does not sound like fun to me.
Let's see if we can schedule this out a little bit so that you're not feeling that uncomfortable, but it is going to be uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to feel uncomfortable, and you're going to have games playing in your head. And that is what happens when you start starving your body, which is essentially what we're doing. But there is a refeed coming, and your birthday's coming up.
Jacqueline just got up. She wanted me to ask you about that.
We're going to talk about it.
My birthday's coming up. Thank you for reminding me. She wanted to say, hey, are you planning something special for my birthday?
Yes,
That's what she asked me yesterday. Oh, really? Okay.
It is what day is it? The 23rd?
24th.
24th. I was so close.
Yeah.
So we'll have a meeting next week before your birthday. But yes, I am going to give you some homework about your birthday, and then we're going to set your birthday up for something delicious.
Let's go.
Okay. So first, let's talk about your eating window. So what time are you doing your Orange Theory in the morning?
8:15.
8:15. Okay.
Yeah, 8:15 is my first workout, and then typically between 5 and 6 is my second workout.
And you're waking up at 4?
Yes. I slept in today till 6, and then I realized it was daylight savings, so I slept till 5.
It totally threw me off too. So you're up at 4. You have water.
Yeah, I drink 1 to 2
when you wake up.
1 to 2 8-ounce glasses of cold water every morning.
Can I ask you to switch that to room temperature water?
Yep.
So what happens with the cold water is that you have these little villi that sit in your intestine that they're little tentacles that grab the nutrients from the food you're eating, and the cold water causes them to lay down. So I want you to have optimal absorption right now as we're cutting your calories. So let's warm water in the morning. You can add apple cider vinegar or lemon if you feel like it. Some people find it very uncomfortable.
I used to add apple cider vinegar to help with potassium retention. So that way I wouldn't be so stiff or sore for my workouts. So I can do that.
You can do that. So then around between 6 to 7 a.m. and you pick the time, I want you to eat the breakfast.
Sure. Yeah, and in my email that I sent you, I think I kind of indicated I know that there's certain things that I kind of share that I'm weak on, but there's a lot of areas where I'm ready to get much more hardcore about this. Let's get hardcore. Let's go. So
here's what we're going to do. So you're going to have breakfast 1 to 2 hours before your HIIT workout in the morning. And then you're done your workout by 9:15.
Yep.
9:15. So between 10 to 10:30,
Mhm.
because as a male with not female hormones, you actually have a longer recovery window. So for females, we got to eat within 30 minutes of our workout, or our muscles start deteriorating more. They stay in that catabolic state too long. For you, you've got like 1 to 2 hours that you need to get the protein in. So you do have a wider window, because sometimes you're not always hungry right after you work out. You've been jumping around. You don't always feel hungry. Exercise actually suppresses your hunger hormone.
Mm.
So it's very natural. I know you run too. So after a long run, you don't always feel like eating right away.
Never feel like eating after.
No, so it's very normal. So you can wait that 1 to 2 hours.
Okay.
So between 10 and 11, I want you to have lunch.
Lunch. Okay. Yep.
So we're skipping morning snack. You got your workout in between there. So 10 to 11, you're going to have lunch. Around 2 to 3. And this is all going to be depending on how you're feeling in the afternoon.
Snack.
2 to 3, you're going to have snack number 2.
Mm-hmm.
What time is dinner with the family?
Typically 6.
6. So then 6 o'clock, you're going to have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
This week it is light salads for dinner. They're not light. They have a lot of protein in them. But we're going to have dinner with the family around 6. And then 8 o'clock, you're going to have your cottage cheese and almonds, which was put in because I know you love it.
I do. I mean, by the end of the week, by last night, they kind of lost, like, to begin with, they were magical. It was just like, and by the end of the week, it was kind of like, but I still love them. I still love them. Don't take them away from me, please.
Okay. Okay. I'm doing a mixture of things that you're going to love and some new things.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So we've just established that I get up at 4 a.m., room temperature water with apple cider vinegar and then I usually have coffee about 45 minutes later. 6 to 7 a.m., I'm going to have breakfast. 8:15, I work out. 10 to 10:30, have lunch. 2 to 3, have a snack. 6 p.m. dinner. 8 p.m. dessert. And then nothing after 8. Because I have nothing left.
How does that sound to you?
Yeah, let's go. That sounds fine. I don't think that'll be a problem. I think that, I mean, the 10:30 to 2 o'clock or whatever, it's like, again, I'm so busy, it's work. Like, when you're distracted, it's not hard.
And I want you increasing your water. I
drink so much water.
How much are you having? Like, in the tracker sheet, it just says water, like water. I don't know how much that is.
That's an 8 ounce. Each time it says water, if it says 2, it's 2 glasses, but it's an 8 ounce glass.
Okay. I'd like you.
So I'm drinking, like, I haven't gone through, but I think I have 6 or 7 glasses of water a day, but then I drink all those bubblies as well, which is just carbonated water.
Yeah. I'd like you at about a gallon or more.
A gallon, so 4 liters.
Do the math.
That's 4 liters. How many ounces in a gallon? 128. So 128 divided by 8. 16. Oh, okay. I'm not drinking 16 glasses yet. How many ounces in a can of soda? 12. Oh, okay.
So you're close.
I thought I was drinking 8 ounces. I might be drinking 16 ounces glasses then. So I've thought they were 8 ounce glasses. Okay. No, I'm drinking 16. No, let's say 12. So yeah, I need to drink 12. Let's say drink 12 ounce glasses. I may not be doing that yet, but okay.
We're gonna help hopefully get you there. Your muscles need water as they're healing and recovering. So to get that more defined muscle build, we need that along with your carb intake, which is slightly increasing this week.
Okay. Yeah. My friend Evan has this really great hack. I don't know where he got it from, but he keeps jars or bottles of water that have like certain times in the day, and he just knows that if he hasn't drunk that by a certain time, that he's falling behind. So I think I'll just buy a bunch of bottle jars. I prefer mason jars or something. A bunch of mason jars with glass, and then I can just know whether I've hit my water intake or not. Don't
chug them if you've missed it. If you have more than 800 milliliters in an hour, it causes reverse osmosis, and you're going to dehydrate yourself because it'll pull the sodium from your cells into the intestine. And then we
Which is
can
why
also
I drink salt water most of the time.
well, I was going to say, we can talk about
Just joking.
functional water around your workout.
Okay.
So during your workouts, you can add a pinch of salt with some maple syrup, and that's going to help your body absorb it more than use it as flushing.
Okay.
So it's called functional hydration, and that'll help keep you hydrated and fueled during your workouts. And you will find that you're not as thirsty after because you're actually hydrating and absorbing it.
So this might sound terrible. I'm going to be really honest with you. I usually drink black coffee during my workouts. So
That's
I know
fine.
oh, is it? Okay. I thought you were going to be like, what?
Yeah. No, a lot of people use it as an ergogenic aid to help increase your energy. So as long as you're not caffeine sensitive or not dealing with adrenal fatigue, then it's fine to drink your coffee with your workout. It could be more effective if you have it like 30 to 45 minutes before.
Okay. I just drink coffee. Like for example, I made this coffee a very long time ago. What time is it? 9:30 now. So I made it at 6 a.m. or 6:15, and I'm still sipping the same coffee. So like when I write that I have a coffee, it takes me like 5 hours to drink one. So
yeah, it's a parent thing. You don't get to enjoy it all at once.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead. Let's change this timing and let's see what happens.
Awesome. Have you had a chance to look at the recipes for this week?
Okay. Surprise. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet. Okay. All right. What are we looking at here? Okay. So I'm pulling it up now. Okay. So Monday, do you want to walk me through this? What your thinking was? Because I realized the last few weeks I've said, okay, it's this and this and this, but I would love your thinking because I know there's a method to your madness.
So this week we're increasing your carbs slightly, which means your fats have decreased. I've got you eating more protein this week than last week, even though your caloric intake is lower. So your average caloric intake this week is 1,846 calories. And I like to do the average over the week instead of each day, although it is pretty close. Your Monday to Wednesday is 1,868, and then Thursday to Friday is 1,831. So that was pretty close there. Mm-hmm. Your protein intake is going to be 144 grams, which is 30%. Mm-hmm. Your carbs is at 77 grams, which is up from 72 from last week. So we're at 16%. Mm-hmm. We're starting to feed those glycogen cells more in your muscles. I think you're really going to notice the difference when we get those increased a bit more. And then your fats is 113 grams, and that's 53% of your intake. Okay. So we're starting with breakfast. Monday to Wednesday, you're having a bacon and spinach omelet.
Bacon, spinach omelet, like it.
Lunch is going to be steak with butternut squash and zucchini noodles, spiraled zucchini.
Love it. Very, very simple. Three ingredients. Love it so much.
You asked for not as much as recipes as just amounts, so I focused on that this week.
Yes.
You got your smoked salmon nori vegetable rolls for snack.
Perfect. I loved them. I didn't take the time to like make them into anything, but I just love that
combination. Eat it all together, that's fine. Yeah. And then you've got your dinner is spring salad Monday to Wednesday. So it's got it's a combination of
peas. Oh, green lentils, snap peas. Jacqueline, are you here? Jacqueline's been laughing at me, just so everybody knows. She's been laughing at me this whole time because I really struggle with recipes. So she stands and watches me cook. I get to eat lentils and peas again, green peas, which are like some of my favorite vegetables. I'm so excited. Alex, you don't know.
It's a super simple recipe too, that it's full of plant-based protein, and you've got tuna in it for some extra protein boost. Mm-hmm. So that recipe, even though it is just a salad, should keep you feeling pretty full with the combination of the protein and the fibers in it. Mm-hmm. And then you've got your snack 3. The whole week is going to be your cottage cheese and almonds.
Beautiful.
And then we go Thursday to Sunday. You've got your cabbage, bacon, and eggs.
My favorite recipe. Yes. Love it. Love it so much.
And then you've got spaghetti squash with broccoli and ground turkey.
Spaghetti squash. Okay, great. With turkey. I love it. And broccoli. Now, what would be the difference between, so you had me on butternut squash and then spaghetti squash. I can buy 2 different types of squash, but why not just have the same one the whole time? So I can make just one thing and then just scoop it out or whatever. Is there?
You could. It's variety. Okay. They do have different. They are similar, but they are different in their
makeup of stuff.
Components. But they are similar. If you want to just switch them out and do one instead of both,
I don't. I'm just asking because it's asked for one spaghetti squash, so I'll buy one. It asks for 4.5 cups of butternut squash, which means I can figure that out. I just was asking for curiosity. So I like spaghetti squash. So
you have a tuna salad plate for snack 2, which is tuna with cucumber, avocado, and a little bit of mayo. So you can mash that together or eat it separate like that, however you want to eat it.
So it asks for unsweetened coconut yogurt, and this is something I couldn't find last time. So I just didn't eat it. I ate the tuna and the avocado and the cucumber. I just didn't eat any of that unsweetened. What is, I mean, I guess Google can tell me too, but I couldn't find it anywhere. What am I looking for? How specialty is unsweetened coconut yogurt? Or are you just talking about yogurt with coconut flavor?
No, it's made out of coconut. You can switch that out for a plain like Greek yogurt and unsweetened Greek yogurt instead.
Awesome. Okay.
It will give you a bit more protein than the coconut yogurt as well.
Okay.
You could switch it out for a little bit of mayo just for some creaminess. But if you want to switch it out for a Greek yogurt,
or just some unsweetened almond milk or something, if because I still have No, okay.
No. What you're missing,
yogurt.
It has to be thicker because that has your fats and your proteins in it. Almond milk is like just watery. It has no protein. It's got minimal anything in it. Okay. So for this, increase your protein with switching it to a plain Greek yogurt, unsweetened because we don't want the sugars in it. The yogurt already has sugars naturally from the lactose. Next, you have egg and shrimp salad.
Everything about this I like. Now, this is my, what is this? This is my
This is your dinner.
This is my dinner. So 1.5 cups of baby spinach. So an egg, 1.5 cups, 4 ounces of shrimp is only like, I just feel like I'm still going to be really hungry after this.
Well, you still have a snack after.
Yes, I know. My cottage cheese and almonds, I know. Okay. I'm starting to see that there'll be little challenges within the challenge all the time, and that this is my next week's challenge.
We are in a deficit right now, so you are going to feel uncomfortable with that, and that is normal. That is natural. It is normal for your body to be freaking out about this. I want you to trust the process.
Yes.
And I want you to trust that you have some refeeds coming.
Okay.
So what is your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert?
Your favorite kind of cake? Do you like ice cream cake or like a regular cake, red velvet with the cream cheese icing? What do you like?
Of anything? Like
anything in the whole wide world.
This is making me so uncomfortable.
Macaroons. What is it? What's your...
Reese's peanut butter cups. I've not had one of them in 2 years. Cheesecake I love. And we found some keto cheesecakes. I just didn't do that very often. What would you say my favorite desserts are? I said Reese's peanut butter cups and cheesecake, but cheesecake, peanut butter cups are number one. Like they don't even have to be in a cup. If it's just like a spoonful of peanut butter and a spoonful of Nutella, I mean, that would probably make my mouth burn.
That sounds like what I lived off of in university.
So this is how bad my diet used to be. I used to eat Kit Kat bars. I love Kit Kat as well. I used to eat Kit Kat bars and dip them in peanut butter just for that extra sugar.
Oh, so good. I used to do, call it adult Dunkaroos. I'd get Teddy Grahams with a jar of icing.
Oh, yes.
Adult Dunkaroos. Yeah. Yeah, that got me through university. I'm going to source out a chocolate bar related cheesecake for your birthday.
Amazing. A chocolate bar related cheesecake. I like it.
Yeah. I'm going to source one out for you, and I want you to have a piece on your birthday.
Okay.
Are you freaking out?
No, I'm not freaking out. I'm just worried that I'm going to like it so much that I'm going to miss it more, right? Like it's easier not to miss things when they're not right in front of your face all the time. So yeah, I'm more worried, not about the day of in anticipation. I'm excited right now. Can't wait to eat it. Can't wait. It's the day after that I'm like more worried about.
We switched that mindset. I want you to get away from that last supper mentality. Like, this is going to be the last time I'm going to miss it. It's there. It's available. It's out there in the world. Anytime you want some, it is available to you. But you're not going to feel great if you live off of cheesecake.
Right.
So you're going to enjoy it because it's your birthday. You're going to have it with your family. Let the kids enjoy it too and make it a celebration. And you're going to eat it slowly and you're going to like smell it, chew it, enjoy it, knowing that you can have some again next year for your birthday.
Yep. Yeah. I'm game. I'm game. It's not that it's not that I don't love it. It's not that I don't like it. It's not that I won't enjoy it. It's just, like even like the idea of like having a tiny bit of something. It's just like, I want to have a lot of it. Or so, yeah, I mean, this is a fun.
Can I share a secret with you?
I'll vlog it for all you guys. Yes, please do.
Even if you gave yourself a week or 2 weeks of eating cheesecake every day, you would get over it. You're not going to blow up like, what's her name, Veronica and Willy Wonka. You're not going to blow up like she did eating all that candy. You would get over it.
I need,
I
need to address this with my therapist and whatnot, but obviously we all have relationships with food and stuff and control issues and everything. But because of my childhood, food equals freedom to me. That I can eat what I want when I want is something that I fought for and I had to earn. And that's why I have these things, because when I lose that, it just takes me back to that stuff. So that's what I'm bumping up against all the time.
And that's an internal fight that you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard.
I know.
It's hard. And I'm really happy that you have a therapist that's supporting you with that.
I'm not in therapy right now. I have to find one that I click with, but I know it's a known thing. I just haven't addressed it.
I think during this challenge, that's going to be something we're going to face. Food should be celebration. Food is so fun and should be enjoyed. Now, you are going through a real caloric deficit this week, so it's going to feel really good on your body to eat that next week. And then we're going to stick to plan. Mm-hmm. And if there's any cheesecake left over after your birthday, I want you to freeze it for when you're done your challenge. I hate food waste. I hate when I hear people throwing it out. Freeze it. Put it in the freezer.
I still have the little stems from the bottom of the asparagus salad because the number of cups was like almost enough, but there was still the bottoms, and I put them in the fridge, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I gotta freeze it, as you mentioned. You said that last week. Freeze it. Freeze it.
So we're gonna work through some of that. Mm-hmm. So this week, your journaling challenge, because we're switching around your food intake schedule. So that's going to be great. Your journaling challenge, I want you to write about, let's start with the guilty foods. Any of the foods that you have bad associations with. All I want you to do is write a list of them, of the foods you consider like bad foods or foods that are triggering for you. You're going to just write down the list of them and then keep that list, because we're going to do something with it in the coming weeks.
I know that there's no bad foods. Like, I know that I can eat an apple right now if I wanted to. It just costs too much, because eating that apple or eating that piece of cheesecake keeps me from doing something else. So I know there's no good foods. I know there's no bad foods. I know there's no good people. There's no bad people, right? Like, it's just, I believe that. For me, as I just mentioned with the control issues and stuff, it's more about how much. Like, guilty foods, like I feel guilty that last night I had some sausage, right? And that I had a nori pack. But the nori sheets, with the tuna thing, I'm allowed to have 2 sheets of nori as opposed to 12 sheets or whatever it is. So it's not that food makes me feel, it's not that certain types of food make me feel guilty. It's eating it's the quantities. That's what it is for me. I would do very well in America, I think. I used to love going on vacation there because I'm like, these people are my people. They understand portion control.
I love shopping down there. It always makes me feel so small. Their sizes are so much bigger than here.
Yeah.
I'm usually in Florida right now, so I'm really missing my.
You said you're up north and you're gonna go skating,
which I love too. But I usually go to Florida every winter. Right around now. So, okay. I want to know, what would that feel like to you? What would that look like in your day-to-day interactions, and what would it feel like in your body if you're dreaming big and thinking about your potential? What would it feel like if you're honoring and nourishing your body as it's telling you it needs? Because when this challenge is over and I'm not giving you a meal plan and a schedule, what's going to happen?
I'm going to
go back and redo it all?
No. Well, after every mountain is a mountain, right? So you climb the mountain and you're like, good. And then you're like, oh no. So it will be whatever's next. I mean,
my vision for you next is that you're able to honor and nourish your body with foods that make you feel good. And honoring and listening and trusting your body's signals, because there has been some distrust there where you've told me that you don't like feeling hungry. I shouldn't have to feel hungry. You like the fasting because you have control over that. And I want to start switching that into, my body is sending me a signal and I'm going to honor and nourish that. So when we're done this cut and maybe a caloric cut next week, I want to start working on that intuition of, my body's telling me it's hungry. I'm going to feed it with some good protein, with some quality foods. What is that freedom going to feel like for you? Because right now it's been very strict and scheduled, and I'm still keeping you strict and scheduled. So what is it going to feel like when you're able to honor and listen to your body?
Good. Okay, I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
We're not going there yet, though. You're still scheduled this week.
Yeah. No, I got some shopping to do.
We're just going to start that thought of, what's that going to feel like if I, feel hunger and I eat food that I want to eat. And the longer that you eat in this way with the whole foods and a mixture of the plant-based with the animal-based proteins, and the longer you give yourself all the nutrients that it needs, the less you'll crave other foods. So let's get you there.
Let's go. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
How are you feeling about next week?
I feel good. I feel good now. We'll see how I feel. 7 p.m. on Thursday. Because it's a new challenge, so I'm going to attack it tomorrow, and I'm going to attack it the next day, and then the week starts to get busy, and then Thursday it's like, and then Friday, Saturday, we'll see what happens. I mean, again, yeah, I measure my cycles enough to know where the weak spots are, and I try to engineer things out of them in the past, but we'll see. I feel good right now.
I want you to text me.
Sure.
Text me. I am hungry. I don't like you right now, and I'm hungry.
No. It's not you. It's not you. You did.
Well, I am putting you on a big deficit right now, so I want you to communicate that with me. Keep me in the know of how you're feeling.
And maybe there's ways in the future where it's like, you want me on 1700, and then I get like 1900 and 1700, whatever it is. I don't know. But I do know that when things change like this, I feel good for 3 days. And the fourth day gets hard. And then the fifth and sixth day, it's like terrible. Because I used to have cheat days. So I was like, Friday would be my cheat day. And then Saturday I would recover. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was really easy. And then Thursday, Friday, it's just like, oh man, it's super hard again. And then over and over again. So I kind of know that like, I'm not worried until Thursday. I've got this until Thursday.
The end half of your week, you do have more protein than the beginning half.
Nice.
So that should help keep you more stable. And I added in some foods that you love. So
yes, make it happen. Thank you.
If you want to see how this whole thing got started, you've got to hear this story. Click on the link right over there, check out that video, and I will see you there.